welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. New and old subscribers, I want to thank y'all for tuning back in. Once again, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. That way you get all the notifications for all my upcoming content. So right quick, I would say that this is requested, but it's just something I wanted to speak on because I hear this too often where people go through these issues with their in-laws or potential in-laws, or if they're dating, your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other's parents just don't like your ass for whatever reason. So, a lot of people don't know how to deal with that conflict for the sake of their significant other, and they will try to avoid it or even, take this abuse, which in actuality, a lot of this stuff that is done, and when it's repetitive and on a consistent basis, it's abuse, especially if you plan on being in a relationship or even married to this person. Their parents are always going to be in their lives, especially if you're dealing with a mama's boy, or if you're dealing with a woman who's always, talking to her mother, consulting with her mother, and the person doesn't like you. So this is something that goes on with a lot of people, and I know they don't necessarily know how to deal with it, and they have breached the topic with their significant other, but they don't do anything about it. And at the end of the day, that's a horrible position to be in, where you're in love with someone and their parents are treating you like crap, or just treating you horrible, or just have no respect for you at all. Some of them will even tell you they don't have any respect for you. So that's something in itself. And for anyone who will withstand something like that, is, you're a strong person or either just a dumb person, because and maybe it's just me being who I am. I don't tolerate disrespect from anyone, even if it's my own parents. I don't tolerate disrespect. Nobody should be disrespected, and if someone truly loves you, they wouldn't allow someone to speak to you in that manner. So, like I said, this issue is very common for those who are, dating someone, and, everyone's nervous when they meet the parents for the first time, whether it be, male or female, the man or the woman meeting the parents, and either the parent is a single parent or you meeting both parents. It's kind of a nervous time, and you're thinking you want to put your best foot forward to make sure that they like you. And even when you do that, they still don't like you. Even though you gave your best, you tried your best to even if you're putting on a facade temporarily, which a lot of people do, instead of just being who they are. You put on that facade, and some of them may even have preconceived notions based upon your significant other telling them certain things about you, or talking to them about you, about issues they may have or might have had with you in the past, or just telling them, hey, okay, do you know about this guy? Do you know about this girl? What's her background? Well, he's got 3 or 4 kids, or, he just got out of jail, or something like that, or vice versa with the woman. She's a beauty school dropout, she's got 2 baby daddies, or, she's in between jobs, or, just stuff like that. So basically they have a history, and based upon what they're told, they based your whole character upon the information that your significant other is telling them. So a lot of times, even if you are squeaky clean, 4.0 GPA, have your master's, doctorate, whatever, the parents still may just think that you're not good enough. And a lot of this, you see this in a lot of movies. I think Like a Man was one of them. Where you have mama's boys, and no matter what, it's like the mother is dating the son. A lot of you may be in relationships like that, or have been in relationships where it just seems like the mother is so close to the son. It's like an odd relationship, like they're almost dating, and the man won't do anything without the approval of the mother, so he hasn't separated himself from the mother as far as that goes. So without her approval, regardless of how much he loves this woman, he won't do it. Things like that, stuff like that happens where you have someone, like a woman will leave. She normally leaves her family to join with the man, or become part of the man's family. She leaves her family to become a part of the man's family. So normally she, adapts to, what this man has going on in his program. So many families may be prejudiced and based upon your race. A lot of people come across this where it's a race thing, and no matter how good of a person, how qualified you are, how much resources you have, they just can't look past your race at the end of the day. That's just something that's just, basically they can't condone. They can't see you being with someone of a different race or messing up the bloodline, or, just mixing with someone other than someone in your ethnicity and your race. They won't tolerate that. They'd rather have you be with someone who's less qualified, not as, I don't want to say marketable, but not as on the same level as you. They would rather have that person deal with someone that is of I don't want to say lower class, but not as qualified as you at the end of the day, rather than just someone of your race, your ethnicity, whatever, stuff like that. The parents might not like your religion, your job, or just your culture altogether. They might not even like the fact that you have kids, and they want you to find someone who doesn't have kids. The parent, they may have, or may be talking to, your significant other, telling them they need to break it off, or they want them to break it off. They might even have told you that, I don't know why such and such is with you. I don't like you. And just be blunt just like that, which, I guess is not a bad thing in a way, to just be blunt if they don't like you, rather than trying to hide it. But I guess for a parent to make disrespectful comments to you, right in front of your significant other, and the significant other says nothing, is just disrespectful in itself, as far as your significant other doing nothing. The person may even attack you for, if you have kids, your parenting style, or something that you're wearing, your hair, even your parents, they'll attack your parents. And when they say these things, your significant other may just sit there or stand there and just have an embarrassed look on their face, or just be dismissive about the whole thing and just say stuff like, well, you have to warm up to this person. And years have gone by. So how many years do you need to warm up to someone? But if you love someone that much, you're supposed to sit there and be the blunt of their jokes and their abuse, which I don't agree with. I don't think anybody should have to deal with that. When I was married, anyone who attacked my wife or said anything about my wife or whatever, I immediately defended her. It didn't matter who it was, and I'd correct them right on the spot. Because that's just who I was. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have to be like, well, it takes time to get to know my mom. It takes time to get to know my dad. Nah. If they try it at first, all that warming up stuff, that's just my opinion. Screw that. If you love someone, and you're planning on marrying this person, and you're forming a union with this person as one, then their happiness should be your top priority. That's just my opinion. Instead of them taking this abuse from your parent, their happiness, you're going to be living with this person, 24/7. That's just like a woman being abused, or your spouse or husband being abused, and you're laying in bed with this person at night that's being abused. Even if it's you, that's abusing them. It doesn't make any sense. You're going to abuse someone and lay in the bed with them at night knowing that this is going on. Insulting your significant other is insulting you. That's the way I look at it. Anyone who tolerates that, you shouldn't have to put up with anyone. And it's just going to get, if they condone that and they allow their parents to do that, I don't think that that's the person. You need to have a serious talk with that person, and if they're not willing to change that, and it's really affecting you, then that's probably should be a deal breaker for you, and you probably shouldn't continue on with that person, because obviously you're not that important at the end of the day, you know. So you're supposed to value your parents' opinion to a certain extent. When it comes to someone who you love, your other half, your spouse, that's different. This is your life partner, the way it's supposed to be. So why would you stand there and let someone just do this, to your other significant other, verbal abuse, or even bullying? It's getting to the point where they're being bullying. You wouldn't want anyone bullying any of your siblings or your children, but you will allow someone to bully your significant other, husband or wife, whatever have you. You should respect your parents, but your parents should also respect you and your wishes, along with the one that you love. At the end of the day, if they really love you, they'll love who you love. So I just wanted to touch on that. As far as what you should do, if you already had that talk and sat down and discussed it, and this person is being dismissive and they're not basically correcting their parents, then you might want to weigh your options as far as your happiness with this person overall, especially if they have a close relationship, or the parent, they have this boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with the parent. That's something you just have to look at the long term as far as your happiness. Me, I wouldn't tolerate it personally. That's just me. So if you don't mind, hope you guys go ahead and like the video. Give it a thumbs up if you like the content. Share the video, subscribe as well. Throw a couple coins in the well of wisdom. The links are in the description. By all means, if you like the content, email me if you got any topics you'd like me to discuss. Follow me on all social media. The links is in the description as well. Check me out on Amazon. The books are there. And peace be upon you all. I hope you enjoyed this content. I will catch you guys on the next video. Look forward to doing some hangouts with you guys. And I'll see you then. Peace.